What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Ask a Fence Gal Live. The scene is a little bit different than what you're used to seeing normally. I am at my home recording theater, which is also known as my daughter's bedroom, and Sarah's reporting live from the Big Orange Truck.
Yeah. Yes. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, first and foremost, Happy New Year, guys. Hope you had made the best of what you could in 2020, and here's to better 2021.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
not I'm going to start off on the best foot. The reason Sarah's reporting live from the Big Orange Truck is they have a ton of ice up north.
Yes.
We're not sure exactly where Sarah lives to the north, but it's apparently near the Great Wall, the
Yes.
that separates America from the frigid north. So
Very close to the North Pole. Very close.
yeah, yep. So and reception up there is a little shoddy just because Santa's workshop takes a lot of Wi-Fi. So that's
Priorities. Yeah.
how it is. It's how it is. But yeah, so hope your guys' first day of the year is off to a smashing start. Why don't you guys let us know you're here by saying hi and dropping a comment down below, and of course let everyone know that I'm your favorite Ozark Fence person, and that would be super great. But yeah, Sarah, how was your New Year's?
It was good. It was good. I got to see a couple friends, and really, luckily, made it home before ice got too bad. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was good. It was a nice kind of ending to the year, just a little piece of normalcy. So I liked it. It was fun. It was awesome. What about yours?
Nice. Well, as you know, and as some of the Fence fam out there might know, we added a new member to our little Fence fam here at my house.
Yes.
So we did that. Our daughter appeared a week early. Decided she was just going to show up on her own time on Monday morning, like kind of Sunday night, Monday morning, overnight, of course. Yeah, so we spent a few days in the hospital. Came home on Wednesday, and mom and baby are both doing well and resting. And yeah, so
Good.
our night last night was incredibly uneventful. Most of the house was asleep by I'd say probably 10 o'clock. And then I
Okay.
stayed up with little Josie, and because I was actually feeding her right around midnight. So
Well, yeah, she wanted to ring in the new year.
that's right, she did. She did. But
That's great.
yeah, I didn't even know it was midnight until I was watching YouTube. I didn't even know it was midnight until I heard fireworks going off in the neighborhood. I thought, what in the world? And I was like, oh, New Year's Eve. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what today is. Okay.
Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. We should be
Well,
celebrating something, I guess.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, when something like this comes up, like, you really lose like perception of like what's going on the in the
Oh, yeah.
outside world. I mean, because so the hospitals are obviously locked down. There's nobody in, nobody out. And then once you get home, of course, you're not going anywhere. So
Well,
you
yeah.
lose perspective on what's going on.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So since Josie decided to show up this week, I was out of the office this week. Tell me about how things were there at Ozark Fence.
Well, I think maybe everyone's feeling a little out of this. The time between Christmas and New Year's is always weird. You're not
Yeah.
sure what day it is. You're not sure, what's really going on. So things were a little quiet, which is to be
Okay.
expected about this time of year. Everyone's got kind of different things to worry about. But production-wise, it was awesome. We didn't really
Good.
have any glitches. We set 3 jobs, I believe, and finished one up. We kind of had, with the holidays last week and this week, it kind of messed a little bit up as far as days for production. So we were finishing up a job from last week and a little bit of that. Big ornamental job. Really excited. I'll share pictures when everything is complete. We're waiting on finials, the little things that go on top of the fence. But those should be in soon. So I'm really excited to show that one. It's a really neat house. It's a really cool district, and it's going to look awesome. So I'm excited about that one. We did set 2 here in. So for Bass Pro, actually, we did some of that. So had to keep the guys out of the store, but other than that, wasn't so bad. So no, it was a nice. I want to say, well, I can say it because the week is over. It was a nice, easy week for them,
Nice.
which is good. Which is also, I love that, especially right before the holidays. It's always kind of nice to not be stressed out when you're going home and celebrating the new year. So it was nice. It was good for the company, good for the guys. So it was a good week.
Well, and that's the important thing is make sure the guys are doing well, make sure they're not overly stressed, especially right at the time this time
Yeah.
of year, because this time of year there's enough stresses to go around. Yeah, well, good,
Yeah, absolutely.
good deal. So this is the last holiday week though for the next little while, so we've got a long haul of full weeks coming up.
I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
I don't know how you guys are going to do it. I'm easing back into things. So
Yeah, you are. That's true. No.
yeah,
No, it'll be good. It'll be kind of nice to get back to that normal feeling, you know? So,
yeah. Well, and that's
Excited
absolutely
for
what
it.
everybody's hoping. It was one of those deals to where I was really hoping, we'd wake up in the morning and 2020 was just like a really bad dream, and we woke up to like I don't know, sunshine and rainbows. We did not get necessarily that lucky, but yeah. All right, Dan is with us. What is up, Dan?
Awesome.
How are you? Hope your New Year's is off to a great start. 2021 treats you well. Dan is. I haven't seen the Facebook award him the top fan
You're
yet.
a little glitchy, Joe. I'm gonna exit and come back in real quick. I think
Okay.
my service is doing something funny. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, so anyway, I was saying, so I don't know, Facebook has given Dan the top fan award, but he certainly deserves it. He's active. He shared all our pictures and commenting on all of them and joining us here on the live broadcast. So, Dan, I appreciate you for being an Ozark Fence super fan.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you, Dan.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely. So, Dan, tell us, did you have a good New Year's? Let us know how your New Year's was. And, guys, if you're in here with us, drop us a comment. Say hi. We always like to know who's along for the ride with us. Facebook and YouTube tells us how many people are here, but they don't tell us who they are. So drop us a hello so that we know you're here with us. We'd like to say hi back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that one. Oh, all right.
So Taylor says hello from downstairs.
Hello, Taylor.
The kids are actually outside right now. So they are. So since it iced here a little bit. We got more snow than we got ice, but the trampoline has like that thin layer on it. So they were going to go jump on the trampoline.
Well, sure.
Which is what every kid wants to do, especially a 3-year-old boy. He cannot wait to get out there on the trampoline.
Well, and trampolines are great anyway. A little dangerous as it is in a good way. You got that net, but ice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good net. I like how new trampolines, like the net is in front of those springs. I can't tell you how many childhood traumas I endured, with the springs. Oh, man, those things hurt.
Yeah, that was worse than actually falling off the trampoline.
Oh yeah, you would rather fall off.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, so Taylor's got Miss Josie with her. Hello, Josie. If I know Josie, she's sleeping right now. Plugging right away, eating and sleeping. That's her life at the moment. Not a bad life.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
Not a bad gig if you can get it.
Still trying to figure out how to get that in adulthood. Just sleep and eat. I don't know, but we're working on it.
Right. Well, all right. So we had a good week to close out the year. Overall, as we're talking about the year 2020 in general, as far as the fence companies go, we got a comment popped up, and I think we know what it is. I believe this is with that Jim.
Wait a minute, we've been hacked.
Well, but by somebody else who got 2 grandbabies in 2020, and which is a really good year. I think
wait a
minute. We've got Papa Jim on the line with us, and we just haven't got him logged out of the Ozark Fence Facebook page. So
I know. I was gonna say I'm actually really impressed that it came up Ozark Fence.
I am too. I really am too.
This is awesome.
Oh, this is funny. So, Taryn, hello. How are you? I saw a post earlier that said my calendar says 13/01/20. No. Nope. That's when you just you don't accept that. Like that's actually not what it's going to be right now. Sorry. Taryn, thanks for joining us. If you guys are just joining us, let us know you're here by saying hello. Yeah. Overall, we were talking about 2020. For us at Ozark Fence, it was kind of was it a challenging year? Sure. Yeah. We had new policies and procedures put in place that revolve around, team member safety and team member health and wellness, that sort of thing. Some new policies on how we do fencing consults. Out of an abundance of caution, it used to be when you needed a fence, you'd call us up and say, "Hey, I need a fence," and we'd say, "All right, we'll be out there. How about Thursday at 3?" We'd come out and see you. In this new world that we live in, the pandemic culture, I guess, we revised that a little bit. So now we've got the online quote tool that you can use from the safety of your home, draw your fence out, get your measurements. It will actually give you a budgetary price. And then next step is Sarah jumps on the phone and she uses both the quote tool and if depending on where you live, your county's assessor has the plat map of your property. And so we kind of marry both of those two things together and we get a incredibly close estimate on your footage. It's typically, last week we were saying it's typically within 5 foot, but you said you narrowed it down this year to about 2 foot.
About 2 feet, yep.
Yeah, so we've got about 2 foot margin of error, which when we're talking about satellites shooting pictures from outer space,
yes,
I think 2 foot margin of error might be as good as it gets. But knowing how technology advances, I doubt it. Soon we'll have live video of our backyards from space, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
But I say all that to say, 2020 was a year of like figuring it out, right? Of figuring out, okay, so how do we manage ourselves, in the most appropriate way, in the safest way, in the way that's best for our community and for our clients and future clients, right? Yeah. So there's there's still a lot of folks that do the in-person estimates right away. We do them with it, if there's an exception to the rule, right? Sure. If we can verify that the house doesn't pull up on the quote tool, that's typically that's typically a new house. A house that's built within the last couple of years. Then we will do it in person, but we try to keep, as much distance as possible. We email the estimates over rather than handwrite them and hand them a piece of paper, thinking that that's another way, that to try to stop the spread. Right. Is what we're up to. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Ryan Williams, what is up? I'm glad you're joining us.
Yeah, welcome. Happy New Year.
Good feedback. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Ryan. Hope your New Year's going incredibly well. Incredibly well. But yeah, so 2020 was a year figuring it out.
Yeah.
Right. So we worked throughout it. We were deemed an essential business. We actually, we on the commercial side, we service a couple fairly large clients. That one of them's in the food service industry. They manufacture foodstuffs, and so we actually got a letter from them, but on the letterhead of Department of Homeland Security, that not only said that we were, we were exempt, we were essential, but it actually compelled us to work if need be. So. You couldn't even opt out of that one. Homeland Security says, no. If they need a fence, you will be doing their fence.
You got to do their fence, yeah.
So, yeah, but no, I mean, we figured it out. On the residential side, we plugged right along. We had a year that wasn't up, wasn't down. It was kind of right in the middle, which, all things considered, I think that's a good year.
Very happy with that.
Absolutely. So,
I think if nothing else, there are of course always negatives, but a lot of the positives I saw out of this year is it really helped us take a step back and evaluate how can we do things more efficiently, better for our customers, better for us, and maybe I would like to think that would have happened regardless, but it really forced us to stop and take that time to do that, and so I'm really fortunate for that, or I'm grateful that we're able to do that and find processes that help our customers and our workers, everyone involved. That we can put in place for the future, forever. I'm this is great. Things that we may not have kind of made a mandatory first step being the quote tool. That wasn't always the case, but yeah, I love it now. And people love it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So I don't have to leave work and come meet you, right away. I'm no, not at all.
Yeah. I don't have to schedule time for you and 2 other guys to, 2 other companies to show up. And So, this is depending on when the submission comes in, but typically we can get, a customer a firm quote within 48 hours.
Yeah.
is our goal. Now, sometimes we have to reach out to supply, depending on what type of material it is. Reach out to suppliers, have them give us a bid on the material, because right now material prices are changing on like the steel and aluminum side. They're changing almost weekly. Not almost. They are changing weekly. Each week a new truck shows up, and everything costs a little bit more than it did last week.
Yep.
So we're bidding it out. And so sometimes it's not within 48 hours. But on standard stuff, we try to get it out within 48 hours. When compared to, in 2019, if we're comparing it to that, the consultation process was we would come out, schedule time to come out, meet with the future fence family, and go over the options. But the problem is there's only so many of us, right? And so those appointments in the middle of summer, when it's the busiest, could get scheduled out 2-3 weeks. So if someone wanted to bid on their fence, they'd be waiting 3 weeks to get a proposal, where now it could be 48 hours. So,
Yep.
Is it unconventional? Sure. As of right now, it could be viewed as unconventional. I think, as we see how the pandemic plays out and what's to come in the future, I think it might become more of the norm, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I say unfortunately because I'm a person that likes, to meet new people.
Oh, yeah.
I love meeting new people, hearing their stories, learning about why they need a fence and how we can best help them, if we can best help them. And you lose a little bit of that.
Right.
So it's not ideal. Like, it's not the most ideal system, in my opinion, but it's the most responsible, I feel like, in this scenario.
Absolutely.
So we've got a few more people to say hi to.
All right.
Vince King says, Happy New Year. Orange is glad 2020 is over.
Oh, man.
Boy,
starting with the dad jokes.
I appreciate a good orange pun. I really, really do. So I want to say thank you publicly to Dan, the Fence King. So I posted a picture on my Facebook page, on my personal Facebook page, of me and the Scrubs getting ready to go meet Josie for the first time. And Dan took it and shared it out with the fence professional community, but the Scrubs are blue, of course. So I asked him. I said, I asked him a couple weeks ago, we were there. I said, hey, could I bring like a pair of orange Scrubs? Like, if they're new in the package, never opened, could that be a thing? And they didn't even laugh, like not even a little bit. It was no. And why, they didn't say, why did you ask that? But their face said it for them,
Sure.
And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I thought it would be neat because it's a thing we do. Like, we're just really all about orange. And I forget exactly what the response was, because it was like at 1 a.m. It was basically, we will provide you Scrubs. Right. And if you do not want to wear them, then you don't need to participate.
Then you can wait in the waiting room.
Blue it is. So, but anyway, so Dan took a picture of me in the blue Scrubs, and he, through the magical art of digital editing, made them orange and shared it out with the community. So, Dan, thank you. Appreciate you having my back on that and making sure everything is always color correct. So this is Ryan's comment about that Homeland Security letter compelling us. The power of Homeland compels you. That's about right.
I like that. That's good.
All right, so we need to explain this. So, just got on. So why is Sarah in a car? Is she trying to get away from Joe?
Yes.
Yes, but that's no. So Sarah, our office is closed today, so that our team members can go be with their families. And we told you guys last week that we would be, doing this on Wednesday.
Yeah, we did.
What we didn't know was that my daughter was planning on showing up on Monday. So Wednesday, when we would normally do this, we were actually in the process of packing up and heading home with the new baby girl. Yeah. So Wednesday didn't work out. There were some things going on.
Yeah. We were going to do it. We're going to meet together and do it today at Joe's house. But,
so that was
I live a little north. So we got some ice here. And it's kind of, people are I live off of a farm road, so it doesn't get a whole lot of action with salt. People were slipping and sliding this morning. So decided just not to do that. But, and I don't have great reception in the house.
And Sarah, you don't live off of a farm road. You live off a series of farm roads.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I am about 6 miles away from the highway.
Yeah.
Off of farm roads.
out in the frigid north. Like you take farm roads, you get to farm roads, you get to farm roads, you get to her farm road.
And each farm road gets significantly colder as you turn on it. So
yeah. She's she's
and
almost
actually this background here, it looks like a white sheet, but that is literally ice. Like this is ice and snow.
Oh, I didn't even know that. It is just backlighting. Yep. That's actually just ice.
Yep.
Good.
So not a whole lot of Wi-Fi in the house. So best service is in the truck. So here I am.
Yeah, we keep trying. We keep trying to get internet out to Sarah. We're trying. We got to buy miles and miles of Cat 6 cable and just run it out there somehow. We're fence people, so we don't really understand internet things that well, but we're working on it. Right now, she's got some goofy satellite internet where you have to line up with the third star to the right of the moon to get really good reception. So
you do. It is actually. It looks super cool on the side of my house. I have like a pipe that goes up on my roof, and our receiver is literally on that pipe. Like it is attached to it. TJ has like bungeed it, or I'm sure he secured it better than that. But so every time like we get a windstorm, he's got to like go up there and tweak it, and so we did all of this work or I say we. TJ did all of this work. He researched everything because the town I live in is known for its bad internet. Like we're far away from, not far, but far enough away from Springfield. We don't get fiber. We don't get anything like that. And so he had done all this research, and this was the place. This was the one that was going to get us good service. So we went through all the hoops, got it. It's not great. It's okay, but it's not great for video. And then last week I saw someone drive by on an ATV. And I was like, that's weird. And they were sitting at the corner of, I just put up barbed wire fence. And so they're sitting at the corner of my property. I'm like, oh no, like hopefully like I didn't hit any private lines, you know, anything. So I go out there and they're like, oh no, we're from an internet company and we're actually like plotting where we're going to put lines. I'm like, are you kidding me? We could have waited.
You're like right here. Good internet. The new line is going to come right here, right over to that house.
So hopefully soon.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I said, you gotta align the satellite with the third star to the right of the moon.
It is.
And since it's daytime, that's really hard. It's really hard to do.
You joke about that. TJ's got this big grid, and he's like, okay, there's a tower over here, and there's a tower over there. So if we lean it towards this tower at this time, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
I was joking, but it sounds like that's actually might be serious.
Yeah, it's actually like a thing. He's like, oh yeah, and then when we're driving by, I mean, he does the electrical stuff, so he loves all of that anyway. But he's like, the tower is this direction. I'm like, oh, cool.
If you say so.
Yeah, I'm like, which way do I need to like hold my phone to get better service? Like,
right.
So that's why I'm in the truck. No service.
What you need is like one of those huge satellite dishes you used to see out in front of houses. They're like 10 foot around.
Yeah.
Just beam satellite directly down from like the NSA or something.
Well, I've got 10 acres, so I can have a really big satellite.
Or a lot of them.
All of them.
You could just point them in all the directions, and you always have good internet.
I'm really hoping that TJ is not watching this because soon there will be like 4 of these things mounted on the house.
He's like, you know what? That was a great idea. We're actually going to turn this whole property into a satellite farm.
Oh, no. He would, too. No.
We have the best internet of the whole area.
My horses hate me, but we have great internet.
Yeah, not a lot of room for horses. They got to munch around the satellites. But all right, so we've got Jackson wants to come say hi. So
guest appearance.
Send him up, Taylor. Send him right on up.
I want to see him.
Which means in 30 seconds you'll hear a screaming banshee come blowing through the door without even opening it. Probably.
I can't see your video. I can hear you, and I can see my video. So I'm actually going to watch her live so I can see your.
Oh no!
My phone, so I can see Jackson. Okay. I know you not so much, but I want to see Jackson.
Yeah. I hear him. No. He's coming. In the meantime, he's probably got to get his snow clothes off because they just went out and jumped on the orange pick was awesome, Dan. It was awesome, and I really appreciate you helping me out with that. Yeah. Well, guys, as we wait for a guest appearance from Jackson to come on up here and say hello, why don't you guys say hello if you haven't already? Let us know how your New Year's went. Let's do this. Tell us. I know are resolutions like wishes? Like you can't tell people them or they don't come true?
No, you can. Okay. You can actively tell your resolution. In fact, I'm a big fan of. You have to tell your resolution out loud. Like that way the world hears it, right?
Okay.
So then you're also compelled to make it happen. Because
so that makes it real.
You said it was going to happen.
Okay. Come on over, buddy. Come on over. You want to say hi?
Hi, Dad. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, buddy. Were you playing in the snow?
And we're eating icicles.
Oh, you're eating icicles?
You very well.
I like them.
You what?
He likes eating icicles, apparently.
I can't hear
All right.
anything. Hold on.
So Jackson, we are on an Ozark. We're on the Ozark Fence video channel right now. Can you say hello, Ozark Fence family?
Hello, Ozark Fence family.
Boom!
Hi, buddy.
Very well done.
That's
Very well
awesome.
done. How was your day?
And we can do that on the wall.
Well, no, we're not gonna throw the balls on the wall. That's not a great idea.
But the kids did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
All
what
right.
kids do.
How's your day?
Good.
Good. Do you have anything to talk about for Fence?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What do you want to talk about for Fence? What kind of Fence stuff do you want to talk about?
Yesterday I got chicken.
Ooh.
Just
And we can drive our house.
You drove to your house?
Oh yeah, we did drive to our house. You're right. Well, very good. Very good.
That's awesome. Hey,
Well,
Jackson, do you have a fence?
Do we
No.
No fence?
Here, you don't have to yell. You just talk. Do we have a fence in our yard? Wait.
We got trampoline.
We do have trampolines.
You have trampoline?
We
Now
are,
I can see you. Okay, good.
I was flipping on there.
You were slipping on there.
But Macy just Joe stumping on my head and nose.
Was it snow?
No.
Oh.
That is awesome.
Hop on the journey, then he just hit me.
Oh man.
Oh,
You okay
my
though?
I yelled for Dad, then
Oh.
I yelled for Mom. So,
Yeah.
and Mom said, "Just don't hit me."
It's a good rule. That's a good
That
rule.
is a good general rule. Yep.
Yep. Hey, do we have a new baby at the house?
Yes.
We do. Oh, hey, don't turn this on. I think you guys need to hear the Spider-Man walkie-talkie. Do we have a new baby?
Yes.
Oh, you don't need to talk into it. Just talk like normal. And what is her name?
Josie.
Okay.
Aww.
You can just talk like normal. This will hear you. You don't have to talk into it. Yeah, we have a new baby named Josie, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome.
All
Are
right.
you a good big brother?
Hey, stop.
Hi.
Okay. Hey, all right. So, Jackson, we have someone saying hi to you.
Oh.
Zach, here, don't touch the mic. Zach says, Jackson, when are we going to the moon? Are you going to the moon with Zach?
No. Oh,
Remember one time we were giving Zach a ride in the car and we're talking about going to the moon? Do you remember that? Of course he does.
of course. Yeah. Naturally.
Craig Burns, what is up, Bernie? How is it going? So I know Craig from Social Media Marketing World. It's the first place we've met. He is a lighting contractor. Maybe that might not be the right word, but he does like the big commercial lighting on like movie sets and high-end commercial stuff like that. So, and right now he's watching from Turkey.
Ooh,
So-
that's awesome.
I live vicariously through Craig's Facebook postings.
That is awesome.
Yeah. He his wife's family's from Turkey, if I remember correctly, and so hey, can you put that down, please? And so he goes and visits. He goes and visits them in Turkey, and so that I'm living vicariously through your Facebook. So Craig, I appreciate you joining us, buddy. I'm really glad to hear from you guys. Hope the new year has been well to you guys over there too.
Yes, absolutely.
Fishy.
All right, let's see.
Fishy.
Stephen, welcome. Has been busy working since 1:30 this morning. I work with your sister Rachel. Oh, very good. They're at the school district. They're at Springfield Public Schools.
Yeah.
Very
I bet you
cool.
have been busy.
Yeah, I bet
With
so.
all this stuff going on.
Hope your day's getting better though. Hope it's off to a rough start. It sounds like, but it'll get better.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully you can stop working soon.
That's right. So Jeff says a star is born. That's right. This is our future Finch celebrity, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Jackson, are you gonna? Hey, Jackson, are you gonna work for Ozark Fence soon?
After I get bigger.
After you get bigger.
After it gets bigger. Yeah, that's
right.
fair.
That's right. Hey.
Oh, and then we could do Ask a Fence Kid Friday.
Ooh, Ask a Fence Kid Friday.
Is that fun?
And we just slipped on trampoline.
You did slip on the trampoline.
Like Macy just slipped in.
Macy just slipped too.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You heard it here first. Macy slipped on the trampoline.
Big kid toy review show now.
Yeah. Big kid toy review show. You better believe it. So Tracy Orlandi says, "Congratulations, Everett family. Thank you. We appreciate that a lot. Congratulations to you and your family as well from the announcement, from the engagement announcement."
Oh yes. I was like, what?
Well, because I hadn't talked to Tracy since the engagement announcement.
That's true. That's true. Yep. Yes.
Thank you so much, Craig. I really appreciate that. We talked about bringing her on the show, but so just the logistics of this household is most of the bedrooms are on the second floor, so it's like a tall, skinny house, I guess you'd say. And it's not a great idea for the wife to come up the stairs quite yet. So we were going to wait a little bit, and then the next show we do from the house, maybe we'll include Josie on it. But Jackson's been waiting 3 years to get on this show.
Are they wrong? Hi.
He's awesome.
Bye.
Oh, you going?
Hi, buddy.
I tell everybody, say, have a great day.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
All right. See you, buddy.
See you, baby.
Go watch it on Mommy.
Baby.
No, yeah.
Oh, you want this? Okay.
Because Macy said so.
Okay. Go watch on Mommy's phone. And we're back. Oh, hey, turn the light on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, I'm not going to argue the fact. Okay. I'm not going to argue the fact that he turns the lights off when he leaves the room.
Yeah, that's
Were you
not bad.
back? I thought you were going to watch on Mommy's phone. All right. So, yeah. Oh, let's talk about this. So, Jackson, have you been to the new Ozark Fence?
Uh-huh.
You have. And what was your favorite part of the new Ozark Fence?
I don't know.
Did it have a big building to run around in?
Uh-huh.
Yep, that was his favorite part. It's the new fabrication shop. He was running around in it for quite a while.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't heard, we are expanding. Ozark Fence is expanding. We bought the set of buildings next to us, just to the west. So over the next couple months, we'll be slowly but surely transitioning over into it. So we're excited for the fabrication shop. So any of you out there that buy commercial fence materials from us, you know that our gate length is limited to 30 foot, 30 or 31 feet.
Yes.
Okay. But with the new shop, we can build full size gates. You know, we can build really anything up to I think 80 foot.
Yes.
Okay. Big hype man here, and okay.
Yes.
So we're pretty excited about that, about being able to build full size gates. Prior to the shop being operational, you know, if we had a 35-foot gate, you know, for a commercial, gate opening, you know, a big cantilever gate, we'd have to order it from Kansas City. They'd make it up there per our specs and then ship it down to us. A little bit cumbersome of a process, and sometimes it can be frustrating on our end because we don't control that part of the fabrication process. So it shows up when it shows up.
Can I have one of these?
Yeah, you can have one of those. You want to take it down and show Mom? Go show Mom.
No.
Okay.
Sure don't.
Yep. No, thank you. Yeah, so we're moving in there. We're really excited about that. We're also so our big emphasis for 2021 for Ozark Fence is going to be, you know, try to let the world know that we offer retail sales as well. You know, we've offered retail sales for the last, 15, 16 years, but we've never really marketed it. We never really spoke about it. It just happened to be, you know, we have this material, you know, usually in stock. It's typically higher quality than what you would find at one of the local home improvement stores. You know, typically, like for instance, the posts are a little thicker. The coating, the galvanized coating on it is a little bit more. It's not thicker; it's just a little bit more higher quality on the hot galvanizing. Yes, sir.
Mine.
Yes, sir. So anyway, the wire is a little bit heavier. It's just higher quality. It's, you know, one of the home improvement stores had coined the term contractor grade, but as you've noticed, they now do not use that term. So there's a pretty good reason for that, right? So fencing contractors don't typically buy their material from home stores, or they probably shouldn't. So we offer those for sale just because we have them in stock. One more.
Well, and I think we also offer kind of that unique ability to help customers figure out what they need to do their own projects too. So contractors, of course, typically, we do service quite a few of those in the area that buy their materials from us. And they're fantastic, and we love them. But sometimes people, maybe they want to save some money and they want to do a project themselves. Yep. And what I think is kind of unique is, we love that. We're all for it. So, you know what? Send me a sketch of what you're wanting to do, and we'll tell you what materials you need and how much they cost. Yep. Just trying to, once again, kind of go above and beyond and just take a burden off the customers. And I feel like that's kind of, at the end of the day, that's really what we're here for, is just to if we can make someone's life a little easier, why not do it? And I like that. And you get to meet lots of new people. And like we talked before, we love doing that. And it's really cool. I like it. And it's really neat. We had a dad-son combo come in, and the dad was kind of like, we probably could pay someone to do this, but it's good. It's, character building. And I was like, okay, I like that. And they had a couple questions, and they called, and it was awesome. And just to have that relationship where he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you tell me what I need? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, we can. So I like that. That's my favorite part about materials, is watching that click with someone, and they're like, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, now I see why I need that. And it's really cool.
Well, and if you've ever had a home improvement project you worked on, it always seems like you got to go back to the home improvement store 3 or 4 times.
So many
because
times.
You forgot something, or maybe the advice you had received wasn't the most accurate advice. Yep. So you end up always going back 3 or 4 times. Yep. Our goal is to have you, sketch out everything, bring us all the measurements, bring us, we'll pull it up on, Google Satellite View to your property to make sure everything makes sense and jives. Our goal is to send you home with everything the first time. That way you don't have to have return trips.
Yep.
So, absolutely. You get to consult with, fencing contractors that work in the industry day in and day out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for the people that have done business with us, I think they would say that it works out really well. We typically have, one of us in the office at all times. We're actually training a new rock star, Candace, to focus solely on retail sales. I keep trying to give her your job. I keep saying residential consultations. No, it's retail sales. But anyway, so
retail residential sales.
Yeah. But
and I actually have to brag on her real quick. So she, I kind of took yesterday off. I more or less I was still available, but I was out of the office, and she sold 2 different full projects, and it was awesome. She called me. She said, "Hey, do you mind looking at this before I send it over?" I said, "Oh yeah, absolutely." And she texted me a little bit later, and she goes, "Sold it." I'm like, good for you. Okay, cool.
Nice.
So she's really coming into the role awesome, and she's excited about it. We're excited about it, and I'm excited to see how she helps us expand that. It's really cool.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, when we were interviewing Candace, that was kind of, you and I had talked after the interview after she had left, and that's kind of both of our feeling, is that she would be very good at customer service related tasks, specifically for retail sales customers that want to come in. They literally want to hand over a sketch and say, I need all the fence stuff.
Yep. Tell me what I need.
Yeah. Or hey, I got some fence stuff for you. This is what comes up quite a lot, is we'll get phone calls. Hey, I bought some material from you a few weeks ago. I know you told me, where this part goes, or how many of these parts go on a terminal post or whatever. And and so we kind of walk them through it and that sort of thing. It's what we enjoy doing, right? We enjoy being fencing contractors, and I think we're all of the same mind too, that we enjoy being helpful.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a win-win.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
So
awesome.
Jeffrey kind of lays it out for us. Customer service is the best of those art fence. I appreciate that a lot.
Yes.
More than once, they have helped me with parts and explain what I need, and that's our goal, right?
Yeah.
Is that we understand that not every fence project requires a dedicated fence crew to come install it.
Absolutely.
If it does, we have guys for that are great at what they do, but not every project needs that. And we understand that. And if we have the materials in stock, why not make them available to the public?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
and
just be an extra resource. That's what I look at.
That's right.
We like to educate our customers, and that's what it's all about. And sometimes you don't know what you need until you talk to someone else. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Someone that's seen what you're looking at, has seen it 100 times before, and goes, "Oh yeah, I've seen that. Here's what you do: this, and this, and then that'll just work." One thing we're able to do too is order special order materials. So because I keep saying like we'd love to supply with what's in stock, but we had a gentleman come through the other day that needed 5 foot tall black coated chain link. Well, that is far from standard, but it's available. Just not in stock. We didn't have it on the lot, of course, but one of our suppliers did, and we had it the next week. Yeah. So, where some of the home improvement stores might have been scratching their heads a little bit and trying to figure out if they could have access to that, we just went ahead and brought it in for them. So, yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Jeffrey, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Garrett, we've talked about this before. Neither Sarah or I are great at taking compliments. Yeah. So we're going to say,
you're awesome.
No, you're awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're going to clap at you.
Oh, a round of applause. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah's bringing out the fancy stuff. Garrett, hope you're having a great new year. Hope your year's going well. You know what? As a dad, I'm disappointed that I wasn't able to be in the office this week because part of the favorite time, my favorite thing to do this time of year is tell people like I'll see you next year. Like that's my favorite, and I wasn't able to do it.
Yeah. Well, lucky for you, Kyle came by a couple times.
Oh, good.
And he told us every time, if I don't see you before then, I'll see you next year.
Yeah,
said, Kyle. That seems like a long ways away.
Kyle's such a good guy.
He is a good dude.
A little bit of backstory. So Kyle's a guy that lives in our neighborhood of the Ozark Fence up there, and he likes to do odd jobs around for some extra money. And here's how we met Kyle. Is like any business, I'm sure we get folks through from time to time just asking for money. You have an extra few bucks for this or that. Kyle came in and said, "Do you have anything I could do? Do you have any projects I could do? I need a bus pass. They're about $40. What can I do around here? Can I pick up trash? Can I weed eat for you? What can I do?" And our dad said, "You know what, Kyle? That is exactly the right question. Like we have some stuff around here that you could do." And that's probably been 10
Dad was
ago.
talking to him the other day, and he said that he had known Kyle for 40 something years. And I was like, whoa, that blew my mind. And Kyle's like, oh yeah, I guess that's right. I'm like,
yeah, well, that does make sense. I mean, I've known him the last probably 10 years. Well, maybe more than that.
25 years. I don't know, but it was something that I was like, oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Well,
as far as I remember, I always remember seeing Kyle around, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but I think the house, Kyle's been in the neighborhood for a while because I think the house he lives in was his parents' house.
Yes.
And then
they
left the house for him. So anyway, Kyle's a good dude. He keeps an eye on the place in the evenings and weekends when we're not around, and keeps everything weed-eated and squared away, and really genuinely good guy. Yeah. Genuinely good guy. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys.
If you're ever in, there's a good chance you might actually get to meet Kyle.
Yeah, bump into Kyle. Yep.
He's a good dude.
But yeah. So let's see. So we talked about the retail, which is something I'm really excited for. Like I said, 2021 is the year that we really strive hard to let the world know out there, let you guys know out there in the interwebs that we offer retail sales of any sort of fencing material, whether we have it in stock or if we need to bring it in, or we've got a fabrication shop. We've got some guys out there that love to make unique custom things, and more than once we've had to scratch something out on a piece of paper and go, okay, this might not make sense now, but if we make it just like this, it will work. And so Matt's our fabrication rock star out in the shop.
Yeah.
And he's so good about it. He's like,
he's so awesome.
Right, okay, I'll go with it. Yep. And then, sure enough, he's really good at taking it from on paper to, in real life in pretty short order. So, So even if we don't have it in stock, even if it's an oddball thing, maybe we can fabricate it. Matt's really good at that. So
he actually did for my barbed wire fence. I needed corners for it, and the only ones I could find had, like the 5 pipes on either side. And I'm like, man, A, that's heavy. But B, horses don't care enough. Like, they're not, I don't need to pull it that tight. And I'm not doing huge long lines.
Yep.
And so a place here in town normally has what I needed, and they were just out of stock. And so I asked Matt, what are the odds that you think you could make me some of these? And he goes, I don't know, but I'll try. I'm like, I tell you what, those things, they're awesome. Like, and then after, like, I always feel bad, when there's random things. And afterwards, Matt's like, don't feel bad. I love it. I love, something new and learning something cool. And I'm like, okay, that's what I love in a team member too. Like, that's awesome. I love that it's kind of like, I don't know, but I'll figure it out or I'll try. I'm like, cool. That's all I can ask.
And we do custom kennels for like exotic animals, so zoos and wildlife refuges, I guess you might call them. And so Matt gets a kick out of that, where we'll come out. We're like, all right, not your standard kennel. This one's actually for a mountain lion, so this one's going to need to be overbuilt. And here's how we've got it spec'd. This one's going to be built for monkeys. We've done that, and so all of the nuts and bolts need to be welded so that they can't work them off. And need to have tension bars all the way around so they can't try to pry it up and get out. Every day's a new adventure out there, it feels like.
Yes. The most recent one was an alligator cage.
Oh, yeah.
Did that. Yep. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. It never gets boring out there for sure. I mean, he builds a lot of gates too. He builds a lot of fence gates, but he does some really cool custom work.
And it also makes me wonder, like, when we're asked for kennels, should we ask what animals are going in those kennels? You know what I mean? Like, maybe we've done crazy exotic animal kennels and we've never known. Yeah,
well, that's probably true.
I just assume they're dogs, but maybe they're a pack of wolves. I don't know.
Well, we have, so there's a wolf sanctuary to the south that we've done some kennel work for in the past.
Yeah.
So technically we have done work for wolves.
We need to get into the tiger sanctuary. That'd be cool. Tiger pens.
Yeah, well, so we did tiger pens for Kirby. Who was that? Down in Branson, Kirby Van Birch. Is that right?
Yes, it was one of the shows, wasn't it?
Yeah. He had a show down there where he had tigers.
The rescue place, but you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, before the show closed, we built 4 or 5 enclosures for them. Huge things. Like, it was. Here's the thing: is people, there are some folks out there that will say, these cats are in tiny cages and they can't hardly turn around. At Kirby's show, that was not the case. These things were ginormous.
Yep.
But yeah, so we've kind of done a wide range of things like that. We've also done beavers. So Wonders of Wildlife has some beavers out there that we did some behind the scenes work for. Where they like to go to sleep at night. We enclose those guys up.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So every day's a new adventure. So if you got something weird,
bring it
we can
on
probably figure that out too. And we'll probably enjoy it just because it's a new adventure.
Well, and kind of on that kennel topic too, we have a group of boarders and that kind of stuff that bring actually their panels that they previously bought from us years and years ago.
Yeah.
But they're dog kennels. So they're the dogs. What do? They have nothing to do but jump on those kennels all day, And so maybe there's some wear and tear at the bottom, or they've drugged too long, different things. And so we'll actually fix the existing panels too. That's something that we do.
Yeah, so that's one of the things too. So with what are they called? Extended stays. They're not kennel. The term kennel has a negative connotation because people think like breeding kennels or something.
Like boarding, maybe.
Yeah, like boarding kennels. Yeah, so like veterinarian clinics.
Yes. Yep.
Like extended stay.
Yep. If you're out of town and
pet palace is what one of them calls them. They are pet palaces. But anyway, so what we do for those folks is the kennels, we put like a 2-inch foot, just 1 3/8 galvanized steel, but a 2-inch foot under the panel, so that then it keeps that whole panel up off the ground so they can clean out under it, a couple times a day. And then the only thing that rusts on that, because, when we're talking about animal urine, it's, caustic stuff. So
it's acidic and
Yep. So as that foot starts showing rust or corrosion or whatever, then all we have to do is just replace those little feet. On older kennels, we end up having to replace the whole bottom rail. But that's one thing that we enjoy doing too is, doing the most minimal work possible on them, right? So you've got this whole, typically they're 6 foot tall, 8, 10, 12 foot wide. But really all they need is that bottom rail replaced. We keep the wire, we keep all the rest of the framework. We just cut out that bottom rail, weld a new one in, send them on their way. So,
yeah, it's cool.
There's no sense to scrap something like that. There really isn't. When 90% of this panel is okay, it just needs some love and attention on the bottom, and go ahead and replace that for them.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
I'm glad we got on this topic because we receive emails, and actually, I think there's a negative. I think you guys will find a negative review. It's either on Google or Facebook, talking about how dare we contribute to the puppy mill problem in the United States by offering pet kennels. And our response always is, those aren't our customers. Those folks aren't paying for custom built kennels, right? We deal with the veterinary clinics. We deal with the wildlife refuges, the zoo, the Dickerson Park Zoo. We do a bit of work out there for them on for them on some of their smaller animals. It's all relative to size out there, but it's. When we say kennels, custom kennels, we're not talking about breeding kennels. Because typically, let's be honest, these kennels, you can find less expensive kennel panels at a home improvement store.
Right.
Significantly less expensive. Now they're thin and they'll bend and on and on and on. But if you're running an operation such as that, probably don't care. And so that's where those panels come from. Our panels are typically dedicated to folks that care for the animals a bit more and care enough to have custom built kennels for their situations.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, they're certainly not the ones that are contributing to the problem that we're seeing.
Nope. Because here's the thing, guys. Sarah and I and our team members, we're all animal lovers. Like that's just kind of who we are. So there is 0% chance that we would willingly contribute to any of that nonsense. Oh, here's a good question. Chris Dyer, were the winners announced for the contest? I may have missed it. No. So we're announcing them every Thursday on the Joe Everest channel. We have a live broadcast. So yesterday we had a live broadcast. Next Thursday we'll be making the announcements. So the contest is cut off. So the contest is closed. It closed at midnight. I always get this confused. I think it's midnight January 1st. I think it. Because if it's noon, anyway, last night it got cut off. And so the next live video show that we do, video show, that's not even a word. Anyway, broadcast, I think is the correct term, which is Thursday. This upcoming Thursday, we'll be making the announcement. So we'll jump on the King Sumo site, which is where all the contest is held. It's actually got a neat function because all you do is tell it how many winners you want, in this case 10. And it will randomly go through the list and give you 10 winners. So
that's awesome.
So the one thing is, I can't show. My thought was I would do a screen share, like similar to this, but instead of where Sarah's at, I just show my screen to show, hey, here's the 10 winners. The problem is, it shows the email address and IP address. So the IP address, just to make sure somebody didn't sign up with 30 names, right? So look for 10 unique IP addresses. I don't think that's information that we need to share with the world, email addresses and IP addresses. So my plan is, say for example, the email is joeeverest@google.com. We'll just say it's Joe Everest is the winner. Or if it's JE1683@Yahoo, we'll just say, hey, the winner is JE1683. Go from there. But to answer your question, a week from yesterday, we'll be doing a live on the Joe Everest channel. It's youtube.com/Joe Everest. And of course, we'll be making announcements and that sort of thing. We'll probably share an announcement on here as well. That way you guys will see that and come on over. But it'll be next Thursday, and we do a live broadcast from 3 to 5:30 Central Standard Time each and every Thursday.
Perfect.
Mark says, did you know MFT makes thousands of stainless steel parts for animal cages? I didn't know there's. You and I talked about. Here's the thing with Mark is their company produces so many fittings and so many hinges and latches, and it's hard to keep track of what all you do produce, Mark. I mean, it's there's a catalog I'm sure floating around somewhere that's like 1,300 pages of just all the stuff that you guys produce. But no, I did not know that, and that's very cool. Stainless steel makes sense. That way, it's going to resist corrosion, and yeah, very cool.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
Stainless Steel Experts says, Happy New Year, Ozark fam. Welcome to you guys. Hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve last night. My brain's still foggy. It's a product of sleep deprivation, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm happy you guys are here. So Sarah, I'm not sure if you caught the announcement yesterday, but on the YouTube channel, we announced that Stainless Steel Experts is sponsoring each and every one of the live broadcasts on the Joe Everest YouTube page.
Oh, awesome! Heck yeah!
It was. Yeah, it's a partnership I'm really excited for. They're really good people. I mean, yeah, I told Gab, like, I spend every episode about 30 minutes of just telling everybody how great you guys are, so it makes sense to have you guys sponsor us anyway. But no, I'd say that regardless, right? I've said that from the beginning. I like the products a lot. That's just the way it is. So hope you guys had a happy New Year. Mr. Fitz is in the house. Hello, Sean. I hope you have a happy New Year, or having a happy New Year. Sean's one of these guys. Actually, he was really active in yesterday's live broadcast. So Sarah, we've got a list of things to work on with Company Cam, uses for Company Cam. So Sean uses Company Cam in their business in a lot of ways, and so Caleb and I and Sean and actually, so Kenny was there as well. We kind of game planned a whole new use for Company Cam. So
that's awesome. I'm excited about using it. I think it's going to be really cool.
I agree. Yep. So actually, well, I won't say. I saw Sean mentioned something that's so FinStech got canceled. FinStech 2021 was going to be in Nashville in February, got canceled. Probably, I haven't talked to Tony. So Tony Thornton is the executive director of American Fence Association. Haven't talked to him about it yet, but I would imagine I interviewed him. Gosh, it's been probably a month and a half now ago, and he was so passionate about making this happen. He and his team had flown out there like 3 times to meet with the city, to meet with the venue, meet with the health department to make sure everything was going to, go just as it should be. All the procedures were followed and all that. And so then he went and announced that it was canceled. So I would almost, anyway, I haven't talked to Tony to hear the exact reason why. I saw in a comment last night that Sean had made in one of the Facebook Fence professional groups that he's putting on an event in the place of FinTech.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait. And actually, so I'm interviewing Sean next week on the Joe Everest YouTube page. The Ask a Fence, Ask a Fence Gal Friday is what we're on right now. Ask Me Anything Q&A live every Thursday on the Joe Everest YouTube page. I'm interviewing Sean next week. So I'll have to ask him a little bit more about this, what he's got going on.
Yeah, hopefully somewhere maybe like really balmy and warm. And
it's in Nashville.
Oh, well, okay.
Because that's where FinTech was going to be.
There's more going on in Nashville.
Yeah,
so
there is. And it makes sense because a lot of guys had already made travel plans.
Yeah.
I mean, here we are, January 1st. There's already plans being made. So a lot of guys already had plans made, hotels booked, that sort of thing. And so he's just going to have it there, which makes a lot of sense.
Really cool.
I can't wait to hear more about that. And if you guys would like to learn more about that, be sure to tune in next Thursday on the Joe Everett YouTube page.
Heck yeah.
So this is interesting. Mark and I talked about this. MFT also manufactures a full private label line of animal entertainment item. Actually, we didn't talk about this. I only read about half the sentence before I started my sentence. Autoenvironmental.com. Very cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
Check it out. That's awesome.
I thought he was going to talk about, so they also private label for some other fence manufacturers. They private label fittings for fence manufacturers.
Yeah.
Jackson's going to come join us again.
Well, sure.
You come say hi real quick?
Hi.
Hi, buddy.
Say go Ozark Fence.
Why is it fence?
Okay. All right, go. Are you getting the ball? Taking it to Mace? Okay. No, so they private label fence fittings for some of the other fence manufacturers, which I thought
That's
was
awesome.
really neat.
Perfect.
So Sean verifies that the event will be in Nashville.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right.
I really am.
like it.
I was in Nashville first part of this year. Well, summer of this year for training that Stand Still Experts had, and I really enjoyed it. It's a good place, even though they're on restriction, right?
Sure.
Everywhere closes. I think at 10 or 10:30, and of course you wear masks everywhere, and everyone stays socially distant, and on and on. But yeah, I think it's a good time. I'm glad Sean's doing this because I know a lot of guys were like me in that, and gals were just kind of disappointed that we're not going to be able to see each other. This is like the one time a year where we all get to get around and kind of swap fence stories and techniques and all that. A lot of these, Caleb and I were talking about this yesterday. A lot of these events, I get almost as much, maybe more, out of the post-event networking that just goes on in the evenings outside of the events than I do usually at the events. I learn a lot at the events. Don't get me wrong, but it's those chats in the evening, over dinner or whatever after the event that there's a ton of value in. So I was disappointed that we were going to be missing that. So I was really excited to see Sean's comment last night. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Excited to hear what that's about. Well, guys, it is 1:16. Usually we like to go to about 1 or 1:30. And so we'll start wrapping this up. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so as we read the comments live, but you guys are like on about a 30-second delay, so it'll take you guys a little bit to hear this and type in your comments. Yeah, so type them in below. We'll answer a few more of them if you got them, and if not, we'll say see you next time. Have a great New Year. So Sarah, what do you got? What do you got playing this weekend?
Oh boy. So breaking news. TJ and I are actually talking about listing my house. So we are going to be hopefully kind of moving to a new chapter.
Okay.
Not going to disclose where just yet,
Sure.
but we're kind of trying to figure out what we need to do before we can list. And I'm being definitely way more picky about it than he is for sure. But so no, we're going to start checking things off the list this weekend. Starting with, we had a little bit of fence work left to do. So we're gonna do that, which is super convenient being part of a fence company when you need fence done. So that's pretty cool.
Sure.
So we're gonna go do that tomorrow. Go grab my corners that Matt welded.
Yep.
And put some of those in the ground and hopefully get that knocked out. And then just little things. It looks like it's supposed to warm up next week, so we'll get to do some of the outdoor stuff then. But for the rest of the weekend, I think it's just gonna be kind of relaxing. Other than that, doing home stuff that I feel like I never have time for. So it'll be good. What about you?
I'm glad to hear that because, you can't get much further away. So surely it's a little bit closer into the land of internet and that sort of things.
It would definitely have good Wi-Fi. So we're good there. Yeah.
Well, very cool. Very cool. So home improvement projects.
Other than a slip and slide trampoline, what else you got going on?
Yeah, no, just having friends and family over and letting them hold Josie and play with her a little bit. Of course, she's less than a week old, so she's sleeping a lot. So really, she's passing around a sleeping baby. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing friends and family come on over. Actually, some friends of ours are coming over. They're on the north side of Springfield, and they actually lost power and all of that.
I believe it.
So they're going to come over for some warmth and maybe some warm showers. And
Bless her heart.
Yeah. And then, I think some nieces and nephews are coming over maybe tomorrow. Hold the baby a little bit longer. And it's basically about it.
If everything kind of clears up around here, I think we'll probably come by tomorrow. They're all
you should.
Tomorrow.
You absolutely should. The more the merrier.
Deer or something, but yeah.
Yeah. Yep. More the merrier. I'm on baby night shift. So, so Taylor goes to sleep, in the evenings and gets a full night's rest because she's still recovering from a surgery. So, so I'm not around a lot during the day. I actually got out of bed to come do this because it finally about 7 o'clock or so, my shift was over. Yeah, so I might not be around, but I might not be awake, but I will be around.
You'll be there in spirit.
That's right. But
that's awesome.
Very good. Well, guys, I don't see any more comments in here. Hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve. Hope it was safe. I wish the best for your 2021. I think I speak for everyone when I say, we look forward to a better year in 2021 than in 2020.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a hard challenge, really.
No, it's not. But here's the thing. So let's talk about silver linings. We defeated the Murder Hornets.
Well,
those were only talked about for a little bit, and then they were gone. So silver lining there. I'm pretty proud of us for getting that done. Yeah,
we did that. At the end of the day, I feel like maybe everyone learned not to take the little things for granted. So I did. So
that's right.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think you said it best. Like, we survived. We're here, and sometimes I think that there's something to be said about that, just about resilience in general, being flexible and being, sometimes, like, it's kind of like Grandpa used to say. He'd always say, you know what, a day above ground's a good day. Well, yeah, okay, that's true. Pretty low bar, so all right, yeah.
Right. Yeah, but there's a lot to that. You be thankful for what you have, and is it what we had in 2019? No, but we're thankful for what we have right now, and that's really all we can do, right? And this kind of wraps the whole broadcast up. In the beginning, we were talking about being adaptive, and creating new policies and procedures that are safe and safe for our team members, that are safe for our fence family out there in the world, and just finding new and effective ways to cope and try to be as socially responsible as we can.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in with us. It's been another fun week. We will be back with you guys next week, next Friday. Should be back in the Ozark Fence studio, hopefully.
All right.
So the video quality will be a little bit better on my end. I won't necessarily be broadcasting from a bedroom, so that would be a plus.
It's true.
But
I
also,
kind of like this heated seat. We're going to have to look at that in the studio.
It's like your mobile office. Sarah's coming live from her mobile office.
I like that.
But yeah, so guys, keep an eye out next Thursday on youtube.com/Joe Everest for my live interview with Sean, a.k.a. Mr. Fence, where, first off, we're going to announce the $10,000 giveaway winners, and then we're going to talk about what Sean's got going on. I'm looking forward to picking his brain just in the 30 minutes that we talked yesterday with Caleb. I have so many more questions for him.
That's awesome. I can't wait to tune in.
And then, like I said, we'll be back with you guys live next Friday. We generally do it every Friday starting at noon Central, unless there's a holiday or an ice storm or something like that. But, Until then, I'm Joe Everest with Ozark Fence.
Yes, I'm Sarah. Thank you for tuning in. Happy New Year.
Thank you, guys, and I appreciate you guys joining us. Have an incredible New Year.
Absolutely. See ya.
See ya.